Testing 1, 2, 3. Does that work? All right, so we got it to work. How you doing, everybody? That didn't start off too well, now did it? Okay, so I think everybody can hear me now. Let me know if you can. What a start to the show. Cobra TV technical difficulty. Adam, if you can hear me, I'm going to be adding you to the call here in just a second. Okay, good. Everybody can hear. This is some sort of trolling performance, all right? Yes, that's what it was. Yes. I eat cereal in front of you, hoping that you're not in a position to be able to eat any cereal, and I tease you with food, and then I troll you with no sound. All right. Okay. Let me think if I can remember what I was saying before that even happened. How you doing, guys? Razgul. Man. Okay. Some funny comments. Okay, so I'm gonna get Adam on the call here, and we're gonna talk about Say Hello. I believe Say Hello has grown into something, and it's starting to grow claws and fangs, and it's starting to push out the wrong message that it initially started with. And I really hope that Jared's available today, since Jared was the one who initiated Say Hello, and was a great message. And now I think that it's getting the wrong tone from some people. And there's some things that are being done that are being asked to be done that are unethical. No, it was Special K. Yeah, like rice. Yes, rest in peace, Stephen Hawking. Good morning, Green Fox Leader. How you doing? How you doing, guys? Okay, so we're gonna get started with Say Hello. I want to talk about the Say Hello portal meetup or base meetup that we had yesterday, and I was there. I literally saw the billboard Say Hello like 5 times. As soon as I seen it, as soon as my eyes in the simulation set sight on the Say Hello billboard that Martin Boyd made, and I heard so many people on the comms, and they were chatting and having fun and meeting for the first time. It was really amazing. And I saw the billboard, and as soon as I seen the billboard, my game would crash. So I restarted. I restarted a new creative save, thinking it was my save, and I went out there, and lo and behold, it kept crashing. So I was not able to be in the picture there that you see on the screen with those awesome and lucky explorers there on the screen. I wasn't able to do that, and it's sad. I'm sad, really sad. Good afternoon, your Godsmack. How you doing? Easy G, what is going on, buddy? D Jennings. Okay, so Say Hello. Let me say a few things before I get Adam on the call. Where is my producer? Hey, can you find the producer? Hello? I have no producer. Producer! Oh my gosh. Hello? Can you get the producer and see if I could get a cup of coffee and apologize profusely for me? I'm very sorry. So super sorry. I see the coffee on the logo there, and I'm starting to foam at the mouth. Sorry. Okay. Say hello, producer. Let's talk about Say Hello. Jared's mission started out, and then I'm gonna thank you. Gosh darn it. Can I, Mr. Producer, can I please get some coffee? Thanks. Okay. All right. So when I re-upload this, all of that's going to be taken out. What a live show so far today, huh? Okay, so let's talk about Say Hello. Okay, so when Jared uploaded his video, he encouraged a lot of us to say something to Hello Games, and it was about the silence. And there's been a lot of silence, and we know why that there's been a lot of silence. When Hello Game launched their game, there was a lot of backlash. They were super engaged with the community and talking and even playing the game on Twitch, happy, drinking beer, communicating with the public, even acknowledging some of the backlash about the multiplayer, about not being able to see another player, acknowledging some of those problems, and even reaching out to me and telling me, hey, I'm going to fix, we're going to help fix your content strike because it's unfair. And they did. They helped me, and it was great. But then all of a sudden, the media started getting involved. The No started putting their noses in places, well, I guess where it does belong, but not in the position that it should have been. I mean, they were producing nothing but disgusting, hateful, negative content about the game. And then it just started to snowball from there, and it became this gigantic mess of what the F, And then slowly or very quickly, you've seen them retract. And then there was, there was death threats and people showing up to the studio. I seen the pictures, and it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. The, no. Thank you, producer. Okay, now we're all set. The craziest thing I've ever seen in my life were these pictures at night, where someone had went up to their studio and had taken pictures through the window, where the lights were still on the inside. It was dark on the outside, and they took these pictures, and it was a moment caught in time where you could see evidence of massive celebration. There were champagne bottles and champagne glasses and party favors and all kinds of things all throughout the studio, and they were just left laying there. Champagne bottles with no cap on. Half of them were, some of them may have been empty, I can't remember, but some half full, some not even opened yet, and everything was just laid there. And it was really a sad thing to see. And what had happened was, they had left due to the people showing up there, and they had left due to the death threats that they were getting in, that were coming into them. And Inez said at a conference that Sean had to safeguard them. And man, come on, that's something crazy to deal with, man. So when they came out and they posted their blog, they said, what matters now is what we do, not what we say. It was needed. They needed to do that then. They really did. It's almost like when I'm in the doghouse with my wife, sometimes it's not okay to say sorry. Sometimes that's just going to make everything worse. Sometimes maybe this is something I'm doing wrong, like continuously. And if I say, hey, I'm going to fix it, those are just words. You keep saying that, so it's like, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to say it. So the message was, that Jared, is, you don't have to be silent anymore. We're here for you. And the game's a success. My message was the same thing. Plus, I'm worried about how the company is perceived and for the onlookers, for the media looking at this, and for some of the potential consumers for an additional game. No matter how, if it stays like this, it's like they're the only two things that are going to be remembered when they come out with a new game. Is the media is going to be like, this is how they don't communicate with their community, and this is how they launch games. No matter how good No Man's Sky gets, those are the only two things that the onlookers and the media are going to remember. So I see Hassan Sohail. So who's excited for the GDC? I am. I super am. So that was my message. I was concerned about the outlook of the company, and I want to see them succeed. But you know what? And I also started off the video that it's not my company, and they could do whatever they want. They could run their business however they want. And Hello Games doesn't owe me anything. They don't owe me anything at all. They gave me a great game, and it's still a great game. Sometimes I quit playing for a week or 2 weeks, and then I go back in and I'm like, why did I even stop playing? This is freaking fun. This is fantastic. And that's what everybody needs, is a break. Take a break. And you probably already had a long break, but if you have, now turn it on to see what happens. So a lot of people are taking that message. And, you know, and another thing, we want them to know that we still care. And I know they know because they watch. They watch the Twitter, they watch the Reddit, they watch everything all of the time. And I just want to state here, I know it's kind of light everywhere, but it's 11:59 here. So we did get on soon enough to still call this a morning show. Just wanted to throw that out there. But you know, we know they watch, but it's like, you know, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you know, you know they love you, but don't you want to hear it? You know, say hello was not just for Hello Games to say hello, it was for us to say hello as well. And I kind of feel like that's the point behind Martin Boyd's meetup that I couldn't get to because the game kept crashing is you know, they were saying hello. You know, I mean, but what I mean by that, this thing is growing claws and it's and fangs and it's frothing at the mouth, or some of the things that I see on the YouTube and on Twitter, some of the things where people are they're just taking this and turning it into, we want an update now. You better say hello. We want a screenshot now. That's all we want is a screenshot. What's wrong with you? Can't you do something? Can't you know you don't you have to run a business? You know, all these things, man. And it's starting to snowball into a negative ball. Very negative, very violent snowball rolling down the hill, and it's about to just crush everybody. The other thing that I see is there was a Twitter, and I understand everybody's intentions. I really do. I really do. I understand everybody wants an update, and we'll talk about the update here in a minute. No new news, but we'll talk about the update topic here in a minute. Man, I'm sick. Sorry, guys. The other thing that I seen on Twitter was someone wanting a lot of people to message or email the Zendesk at Hello Games, demanding them to speak or something like that, demanding them to say hello. Look, don't do that. Don't use a service that is made to report things or problems or stuff or issues or things like that. Don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. That's crazy. I think. I'm pretty sure that's crazy. Exactly, Iceman Third ID. Jared said the same thing, and so did Keep Calm and Game On said the same thing. Adam from Keep Calm and Game On said that, you know, and I'm in agreement too. I would rather see them communicate with the community rather than have an update. I mean, that's a good point. But when I first, you know, when Say Hello first started, this wasn't about an update. It wasn't about content. It was about the love and care for a game development company that has given me one of my favorite games ever. You know, it's about a love and care for a game development company that I care for how they're looked at in the public's view for when they come out with a new game. So yeah, I mean, whoa! Don't flood their emails demanding them to speak, please. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You're an adult. But before you do that, stop and ask yourself, is this the right thing to do? Would I want people doing something like this to me? And the answer should be no. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but we shouldn't do that. I'm going to Keep Calm and Game On here because I want to talk about, when it comes to the update. Come on. This is kind of reminding me of when everyone was saying Hello Games took the money and ran and they're sitting on a beach in Hawaii. It reminds me of that. And I'm like, when that was happening back then, I'm like, no, that would be stupid. They're not doing that. Now people are saying, well, they're not working on anything. Give us this, give us that. We want this. It's like I'm lucky to keep getting these free updates. I feel lucky. I feel great. For them to go as long as they have now without producing an update. Can you imagine what this update is going to be like? And also, I lost my train of thought there. Also realize, know for common sense that they're working on an update. Know for common sense that they hired a bunch of Lionhead developers, former Lionhead developers, one specializing in procedurally generated cities. But know that they are working on an update. That's common sense. That's 100% common sense. For one, they just started Waking Titan back up again. Yes, I know about the Waking Titan thing. Yes. But it's going to be kicking back up here soon. It's not over. Trust me, I know. I can't say how I know, but I know. It's going to be kicking back up, all right? Waking Titan is a beacon for an update. We're going to have an update. It's going to happen. The longer we wait, the bigger it's going to be. And I know we want it. I know. But hang in there. Be calm, as Adam would say, and game on. There are so many games out there to play. Surviving Mars just came out. Not my cup of tea. I don't like those colony-based games. Although it does look very interesting. It's the first one that's probably enticed me to almost buying it. And I might. Sorry. So there's tons of games out there that we can keep ourselves busy. And as Adam would say, keep calm and game on. There is an update coming. I promise you. I promise. I promise. And I can say with confidence that I think this is going to be a very, very massive update. All right. So keep that. There's always a bright side. The longer we wait, the bigger it's going to be, right? I'm going to get keep calm and game on here. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the update. We're going to talk a little bit more about Say Hello. Also, and Panda Poopy, or Panda, Hidden Panda. I see you on there. I'm going to add you to the call here in just a second. Let Adam talk here for a bit. Adam, what's going on, bud? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. I'm going to fix my scene here. I got 4 boxes. I just want 1 or 2. So, did you get a chance to listen to anything that I've said so far?
Oh, yeah, I've been listening.
Okay. What do you think?
I agree with you, man. Like the Say Hello movement or hashtag, whatever you want to call it. It's not about the next update. It's not about us trying to get more information about what they're working on. We know they're working on something. I mean, all the updates that they previously done, we know we know their word is good and they're making stuff. So I'm not worried about that. It's never been about us trying to squeeze them for more information. It's just about us wanting a little bit more communication from them. And that doesn't even mean like, full-fledged paragraphs. It's just us saying that we as a community enjoy the game, and we're totally fine if you guys want to start talking to us again, whether it's just like retweeting photos of cool screenshots or cool bases that people have tweeted them, or like uploading their own screenshots. And it's also a call to the community to say hello to each other. So we're not just asking Hello Games to say hello and be more, active.
Right.
But we want the community to be more active too, because I've been a part of Facebook groups and stuff, and some of the hype has died down a little. I don't see as many people posting on Reddit and like Twitter anymore. But with this Twitter campaign that's going on, it's got the conversation started again. And some people are taking it, to the extreme, and they're trying to make it negative. But it's not about that. So I think it's a good thing, in my opinion.
Right, right. Yeah, it is that, and like I said, and it's none of my business to care about what a company looks like in public to non-fans and media. That's none of my business. But it's something that I do care about, and maybe that Hello Games doesn't even have to worry about something like that. Maybe they could come out with a new game and it'll be a success no matter what negative talking heads are out there. I don't know. And it's not my business to force them to speak, but it'd be nice, and there's nothing wrong with thinking that it would be nice. But the things that I'm seeing, the messages that I'm seeing put out there are becoming more and more negative as the days go by.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. I posted some stuff on the subreddit for No Man's Sky, and I've seen some negative comments. There's been trolls and stuff. I've seen some people say, "You guys are so entitled. We don't. You act like you're like an ex-boyfriend and you're trying to get back with your girlfriend." Like, stuff like that. And I guess some people could say it that way, but like it's not an ultimatum for No Man's Sky and Hello Games to be like, "Hey, here's a new update. Here's information, or we're going to stop playing the game." It's right. Not one of those types of things. It's just an invitation for Hello Games to, say hello, just to be more active, to become a fan of their own game, to enjoy what they've created, to enjoy tweeting the fans and retweeting things and uploading photos, or even just like screenshots or like quotes from the game. Because there's a lot of cool quotes in the game. And I think it'd be awesome if they just like tweeted things that are already in the game, Just share content. They don't have to start like this big advertising campaign to push the next update. We know it's coming. If they just tweet a photo or something, the fans are going to do the advertising for them. And just since I started playing No Man's Sky again and this hashtag started up, there's been like 5 different people from my channel that have gone out and bought the game, whether it's on PS4 and PC, and they're enjoying it. So I think it's a good thing. It's not like an ultimatum or like we're not trying to back Hello Games into a corner and tell them we want them to talk. If they don't talk, we're not going to deal with them anymore. No, it's just an invitation to say hello,
Yeah. And like you said, that's a good point. It's not only for Hello Games to say hello, it's for us to say hello to them and exactly. For the community to say hello to each other. And that's a good point because the No Man's Sky community has started to, fight with each other, go their own way. Exploring a Mess used to be a really thriving place. It's empty now. The Amino, there's only usually like 8 to 12 people online at a time. And if you go in there, you see the same people that are online all the time. On exploringamess.com, it's the same people that are online all the time. It's just a small handful. So we have gotten away from each other as well. So I think it's a good thing for us to also, come back together. Remember that we used to be super excited about this game, and it's okay to play other games, but there's been so many friendships made. I heard 2 people becoming friends yesterday when I was trying to get to the Say Hello billboard that Martin Boyd made. And I thought, how cool is that, man? These 2 guys are talking for the very first time, and they're meeting somewhere on a planet in the Euclid Galaxy. That's freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, I agree. I think people, like I said, people are going to spin it in a negative way. And I think part of the reason is because they may have not gone and watched that initial Just Jared video. So they just like see the hashtag or they see some post on Reddit and they assume that we're just trying to pressure Hello Games into saying or like talking about the next update. And they don't have like the full backstory. And then that kind of just snowballs into something in itself. Yeah. But if I feel like if people go back and watch that Just Jared video, it's not about the next update. It's not about us trying to squeeze information. It's just about us telling Hello Games that we enjoy your game. We understand why you've been quiet, but we'd love it if you were a little bit more active. And you can come out of hiding now. You don't have to be you don't have to hide under a rock anymore. You can come out. Like the trolls have for the most part gone away, and it's also a call to action for the players to come together and say hello to each other. Say hello, like share photos, share experiences, get more active on the Twitter, on the Facebook. With the way I start every No Man's Sky stream, I'm like, hello Games, if you're watching, viewers, if you're watching, just say hello, just join the conversation, be part of the community. So yeah, it's definitely not a negative thing, no matter what people are trying to spin it. Just go back and watch the Just Jared video, kind of dig deeper into it before you make up your mind about it. And, you know, it's just a way for us to have one common goal and to just kind of come together as a community.
It's pretty much, you know, my video, Jared's video, and I think your video as well. You know, I think go hand in hand with we're not trying to get them to speak, but we're trying to tell them that it's okay to speak now. You know, like
exactly.
Okay, for as long as the company lives, it's never going to escape negative rhetoric. Never.
Oh yeah.
It'll be there forever. And, you know, so if that's what they're trying to avoid, that's never going to go away. But it's, you know, like I said, it's their company. They can really do whatever they want. It might not be helpful at this point, but, you know, forcing them to speak is what Say Hello is kind of turning into, and it should not be forced. I just want to, if Hello Games ever does look at this video, I just want to say, you know, that I'm sorry that the Say Hello movement is kind of moving into a darker direction. I didn't want that to happen, and I didn't want your Zendesk to be flooded with requests to speak or requests to say hello. I apologize for that. I don't know how something like that even snowballed into that area. So I just I want to implore, and you know, I think it's safe to come out and talk, you know, and have a little bit of interaction, but you know, I just want us all, like you said, let's say hello together. Let's say hello to Hello Games, and try and put a positive spin back onto this, and because it's a good thing. It could be a good thing. Really
yeah, I agree. I mean, it's our way of telling Hello Games that, hey guys, the coast is clear. The trolls have left for the most part. It's just the fans here, and we enjoy the game, and we're totally cool if you guys start tweeting again. Like, they don't even have to say anything. Like, I'm talking, they could just like somebody's screenshot of their base, or retweet something, or just come out with a random GIF of a creature doing something random. You know what I mean? They don't have to say anything. They can still be mysterious if they want to, but just to get more active, you know, just to share things that other people have made, or share cool stories that other people have come across. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's a way for us to share with each other. So like every No Man's Sky video that I make, or like screenshot that I upload, I'm just tagging it Say Hello, because that's kind of a call for No Man's Sky players to, you know, say hello, to comment on it, to say something, to share their own experience. It's not about us trying to squeeze them for information. Like, I didn't even think about the update, and I told in my video that I made, I was like, guys, if you want to like postpone the update and just get a little more active on Twitter, that's cool. If it takes more time away from development, that's cool. I would trade an update that we've gotten for just a little bit more communication. I would just trade it to have you guys realize that we just want you to have fun with the game. You know, gaming is about having fun. It's about, like, for example, when they made this game, they made it because it was probably a passion project. They really enjoyed what they were doing, and we want them to share that enjoyment with the community. So definitely not a negative, no matter what the trolls are trying to paint it as.
Right. And that's another good point. You know, there could be some actual trolls out there trying to, you know, make this look super negative, you know, and turn it into something that it's not. But, you know, that's tinfoil hat things. We got a caller on the show. We got Hidden Panda. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Cobra. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just watching a crazy situation unfold on the internet. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought that up, because I was looking at it on Twitter, and I was like, I'm pretty sure like this whole hashtag Say Hello movement wasn't even supposed to go this direction, and people are really blowing it out of context.
Exactly.
Yes, you know, I think there's two sides to that. Yeah, I think there's people blowing it, the actions of Say Hello out of context. You know, like they're wanting people to email the Zendesk is one spectrum. I think the other spectrum is people who are blowing it out of context is the people who aren't involved in Say Hello, saying, shut up, you whiny little babies, you know, leave them alone, and things like that. So that there's two, I shouldn't say no one. There's only a few people that are in that middle ground, you know, the way it was meant for when it first started. And then you got the two fires going on both sides of what it should have been. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, emotions are high. You know, it's like I think people are just getting cranky, but at the same time, you know, the game's been out a year and a half. We've had 3 major updates and like 20 something patches. It's not like Hello Games is being lazy, and the hashtag Say Hello movement isn't saying that. All it's simply saying is, hey, public perception of your game has greatly changed, and the community has all stuck together and has been here, and we just want a little acknowledgement and a little conversation from Hello Games. That's it. And anybody that's thinking of it outside of that context is sadly mistaken, because that's all it was ever meant to be. You know, I'm okay with the game the way that it is now. If they never updated it again, I'm still having fun playing. But as a game developer, they just need to be talking to their community. It's really odd that they don't, especially since public perception has changed. And you know, that's all that the Say Hello movement was simply supposed to be about. So
we got Iceman in a chat saying it's dangerous to discount the community's feelings on the subject. Yes, it is. And people, you know, they can feel whatever way they want to feel. And that, you know, I'm not trying to touch on that. What I am concerned about is, you know, parts of this that may become, harassment. And, you know, if you are getting people to email the Zendesk, how are they going to use the Zendesk for something that it's actually designed for? And, you know, and they're sifting through a lot of people saying, speak to us, you know, that I don't think is a good move. And I think that's one of the ways that it's going in the wrong way. And so I'm not trying to discount the people's feelings on the subject. But I think that there are things that are being done wrong and said wrong.
And again, I think, go ahead.
Go. I was just going to say that I agree completely.
What were you going to say, Adam?
Oh, I was going to say, I think another reason is, like I said before, is that people they didn't see that initial Just Jared video or any of the videos. They just, you know, see the hashtag on Twitter or Reddit, and they just assume that it means that we want Hello Games to come out of hiding and say something. That's kind of what it's about, but it's more of an invitation for them to become more active with the community. Because like because a lot of the comments I'm seeing on Reddit and stuff, like I'll see people that say, I played No Man's Sky when it first came out for an hour, never went back. Yet they're still part of the Reddit group, and they're still trying to become part of this conversation. And like if you haven't been with us up to this point, you may not understand what we're getting at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different mixed emotions, I suppose. And if you just read the hashtag Say Hello, and you're like, well, Hello Games has kind of been quiet. The game kind of didn't have the greatest launch. You might put those 2 and 2 together and be like, hey, it's a negative thing. We're trying to get them to do something. It's not.
Yeah, yeah. And that's not what we're trying to do. EasyG says, so if Hello Games does say hello, these trolls will jump on them again, being really horrible to them. I don't know. Perhaps Hello Games is right to wait until the update hits.
No.
I think no. Well, I don't think the trolls will jump on him so much. I mean, he tweeted out prawn curry, and the internet loved it. Yeah.
I just want them to have more fun with it, you know, not be in my opinion, caught up with it.
Well, I was just going to say, in my opinion, no company is ever going to get 100% love. You're going to have a fan base and you're going to have dissenters, and that's it. And I don't think that Hello Games is not saying anything because they're worried about like negative feedback. It can't get any worse than August 2016.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that. Like, part of it is they don't want to break the immersion of the ARG. The other part of it is they want to protect their employees from, like Cobra's talking about, these people that are borderline abuse and, you know, essentially abusing the Zendesk, assaulting, you know, them on the internet verbally and all this kind of stuff. It might be a little bit of that, but it's kind of a two-pronged problem because the community banded together because of Hello Games silence and established this beautiful, growing, and friendly community. But now, after a year and a half, the community just wants, I think, or is craving acknowledgement from Hello Games and communication and just updates about what's going on with them. So at the beginning, the silence was necessary to build this community like it is and to essentially filter out the people that were negative about the game. And then now after a year and a half, we just kind of need them to jump in. And I don't think it's too much to ask for Hello Games to, you know, there's no way that they haven't seen this. There's no way they haven't seen your video.
No. And that's
MZK's.
one of my big concerns as well, is because, you know, say they didn't see it at the beginning when it had a very good positive tone to it. And you know, say, you know, a couple days go by and now they're looking, they're like, what's all this? And it is just craziness all over the place, man. It's like, whoa, this isn't good. You know, it's like, what kind of message does it have now? It's if they didn't see it in the beginning.
Well, I think they're smart. I think they understand.
I think so. I almost think that there's like some reason we don't know about why they haven't said anything. And, you know, like I rewatched all the update videos the other day, and each video like clues into like the next update. Like the first one was the foundation, you know, of things to come. The second one was, you know, Pathfinder, blah, blah, blah. Then the third one at the very end, it talked about all the features that they added, and they said, and much more to come.
Yeah.
So like that to me is them basically saying like, this is not going to be a joke update. Like this is going to be a big overhaul. And then them telling people to sleep and get rest in the ARG. I think that they were warning us of this break in the beginning, but I think people are getting fatigued from the Waking Titan ARG, and they're getting itchy for this update. And a little word from Hello Games would do a great deal to ease that.
So Peaceful Gamer shared something in over Twitter and private DM. I'm going to go ahead and read it here. I'm at an angle to the screen, so it's probably going to be difficult for me to read. This was the last communication that we had from Sean Murray. And what's important is the very end of this. But this is a good message. I mean, we are the community. Hello Games is not the community. We are the community, guys. We're the ones holding this together. You watching this video, you are the community. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have a Twitter account, or if you do have a YouTube channel and you got 1 subscriber, you are the community. We all hold this community together. Hello Games, they are the creator of this game. And we are the ones who make this community what it is. So we're responsible for that. They don't have, sorry, really sick. We don't have they don't have a PR manager. And if they do, he doesn't do anything. But if we are the PR managers, okay, we represent not only the game when we play it online and our, you know, interactions with people who come in and watch, and we're kind of representing the game a little bit. I've stopped arguing with people. I have. I've been a good guy. I've been a good boy, not arguing with people as much as I have anymore. So we are the community. They are the creators. So we are the ones that are tasked to hold this together. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but, you know, we're forgetting that we're the community. We're the body of this game, of this company, pretty much. I mean, so here's what Sean had to say in the last letter. It says, hello, citizen scientists. It's been a year since No Man's Sky first released, and it's been an exciting, intense, and emotional year for us at Hello Games. We have been quiet, but we have been listening intently. So they already know about Say Hello, and so they see what it's starting to become. We've spent the past year hard on free updates for this game our team cares about so much. Update 1.3 will release this week and will be available for free to all No Man's Sky players. Now, I don't know if he put in there the fact that it's going to be free because of what the media was saying about charging for updates in the future, or if that was a prerequisite to, you know, kind of preparing your nerves a little bit for possible paid DLC in the future. And I'd be okay with that, but it would have to be significant. It couldn't be just a normal update like the updates we've gotten so far. Let's see. Where was I? We're calling it Atlas Rises. It focuses on improving the central story of No Man's Sky and adds the ability to quick travel between locations using portals. Patch notes will be made available shortly before the update goes live. What we do is much more important than what we say. But since launch, we have sometimes focused too much on that. We wanted to reach out and celebrate the devoted community that means so much to us. We launched Waking Titan to try to do that. Then, or when we posted those cassettes, we didn't know what to expect. And the last 8 weeks, 250,000 players from across the globe, 174 countries to be precise, have come together, united by a shared love of mystery and science fiction, to form the Citizen Scientists division. You've traveled great distances, both real and virtual, undertaking complex tasks, and explored the depths of simulation theory. New friendships have been forged, and a tight-knit community has been created. Most importantly, a cute hamster has a home. You have become part of the No Man's Sky origin story. It's been an honor to watch, but this is just the beginning. Whether you followed Waking Titan or not, we welcome anyone to sign up to the Citizen Science Division and join us on the official CSD forums. Our journey continues. Thank you for this year. We hope you enjoy what comes next. So, I love the last part of that. We hope you enjoy what comes next. And the fact that, you know, I think sometimes we're forgetting that Allison Smith is handling the Waking Titan thing, but we're forgetting that Hello Games has more than likely written and designed Waking Titan. They've written the lore for it, because Allison Smith probably doesn't know a whole lot about the game and about the lore inside the game. Maybe they do. But Hello Games wrote it, designed it, and gave the information to Allison Smith and said, try and make a puzzle out of this. So Waking Titan is, even though it's being ran by Allison Smith, it's Hello Games. And it's them communicating with us. Not directly, but it's a way that they've created for us to have fun and get together. And I tell you what, during Waking Titan the first time, how amazing was that? We got a game company who created a way that we all started meeting in public. We started going to these live events and these live drops. And to me, it's like that's one step closer to a No Man's Sky Con, which I think is what we need. We need a No Man's Sky Con, and I'm willing to help with that if anybody can, find a way for us to do to organize it. But I'm willing to do that. That'd be fun. But Waking Titan is Hello Games not only communicating through Waking Titan with their community, but they're also engaging us in physical activity and lots of internet activity as well. So, like you said, it forged friendships and a tight-knit community, and it did. So, I don't know. After hearing that read, what do you guys think about that? Hearing it again for after so long.
I think Waking Titan is great, and it's a new way for the fans to enjoy the game and become part of the experience. But I think the Hello movement is about letting Hello Games know that, we enjoy the ARG, we enjoy Waking Titan, but it's okay to have, to tweet about stuff too, and to just have a conversation and not always have it to fit this narrative of Waking Titan. You can go outside the box and just, retweet something on Twitter or post a cool screenshot you came across, just something, anything and everything. It's totally fine for that to happen. So that's just what I think.
There was a lot of cryptic things that Sean Murray said before the game actually came out that's always led me to believe that this whole thing has been kind of planned out from the beginning in these stages. because like he sort of had this cryptic interview where he was like, there's something I have planned that I'm not ready to talk about, but it's really exciting and like all this kind of stuff. Maybe I'm looking into it too hard. I think they've always kind of had this planned out. And hearing Cobra reread that, it almost like it gave me chills, because it was like, that's the last thing that they said, which was several months ago, but it really did acknowledge kind of what they've been feeling, and that they appreciate and understand what we've been dealing with on our end as well. I still think that, especially in the CSD, which is their official forum, I still think that like, at the very least, that they should communicate through that, whether it's, hey, we've got Zen requests for this issue that we're working on patching, or this is how you get around this, or something. I don't think that necessarily people really care so much about them just saying, hey, the update's coming, or, you know, whatever. But I don't know, my thoughts are kind of jumbled. That gave me chills.
I think after this update, they will. And here's why I think that. I think they're staying quiet. They're hard at work on something massive. And I don't think they have time. I don't think they have time. Well, I shouldn't say that, because somebody could say hello from Twitter. You know what I mean? So I shouldn't say that, but I think that they're tunnel visioned is a better way to say it. They're tunnel visioned on this update, and they're focused on this update. And I think this is going to be the bee's knees of updates. This is going to be the icing on the cake. I'm hungry. This is going to be the icing on the cake. and this, I believe, is going to change, you know, the way the game appears to us. You know, I think because they said right now is about No Man's Sky is about exploration. Later on, No Man's Sky will be about other things. So if they add multiplayer, networking, and something complicated to this game, then they're going to need to be able to have to communicate with this community, especially if it's a massive improvement to networking and things like that. They're going to have to ask, okay, guys, if you have problems, please email the Zendesk, let us know, or tweet at us something, you know. So I really think we're going to see some communication after this update. But I truly feel that this is going to be massive, because like you said, Panda, a while back, 2014, Sean Murray said there is a plan for a more traditional multiplayer, something that they're excited about, but that's later on down the road, and they're not ready to talk about it yet. And so I think we're at that point in the road where that's going to happen.
I think it's very curious, and also a hint that for those that received Atlas passes, as far as we know, everyone's Atlas passes on the front, that hex code translates to the word Phoenix, which is symbolic of a rebirth. And I think that that's what we're going to see. And obviously that's just speculation. Panda wears, you know, aluminum foil underpants, but I see that this is going to be the rebirth of No Man's Sky, that the universe is going to regenerate. It's going to be a massive overhaul. We're going to have synchronized co-op. We're going to have all kinds of different things, and it's really exciting. And I think that also, you know, we might see little buildings and hub areas and things like that. You know, it just seems like that's the direction that the game is going.
I agree.
I agree. The future for No Man's Sky is really exciting. You know.
I agree. I think there's a lot that's going to be added to this update, and I think a multiplayer, because if you follow the storyline, it seems like the lore is trying to tell us of multiplayer, and it also seems like there's something about us killing the Atlas and something about us fighting the Sentinels together. Okay.
Yeah.
So I really think that is a hint to what's going to be in this update, and I think that, you know, how cool would it be if we had multiplayer and co-op and we were doing raids on Sentinel factories or raids on Sentinel overrun planets? That'd be freaking amazing, man. Amazing.
Oh, it would be sick. So, well, in the lore too, it says don't listen to the voice, don't go through the portal, like in the Waking Titan lore. So it's almost like the Atlas doesn't want us to utilize the portals, and that and the history of the lore, that there was this great battle that the travelers fought against the
Yeah.
Atlas. And I think that it's coming full circle. That's what Loop 16 is. And I think that the portals are going to be used and all the travelers are going to be able to interact. And like you're saying, we're going to have to fight the Atlas, destroy the Sentinel.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you're right. The portals, not only could they be a way for us to get to each other for a multiplayer reason, but they could also be a way that we could use the portals to go into these raids. You know, that we might get something in our mission log or something like that that'll give us a portal address, and that we could party up with a couple people. Maybe you go through the portal and you wait in a party, and then you wait until you got like 16 people, and then all of a sudden it starts, and you're on this new planet. And you got to battle these sentinels and get to a certain location and maybe destroy some kind of sentinel factory or something like that. And I think that's cool because, because you're still exploring, right? Because you're going to a planet you've never seen before. And who knows, maybe you don't have to leave when that's done. Maybe you could stay there and explore and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, the lore, which I should do a new video on the lore, some of the new story and lore, and I will. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that, but there's a lot of things to be picked out of that lore. Hints of multiplayer, hints of Destiny kind of like gameplay, and I'm super excited for that. I don't even know what we were talking about before.
I was like, if what we're talking about right now comes to fruition, dude, I'm gonna freak out. Like, that would be so sick. The whole DLC thing you brought up earlier, though, I would not mind DLC, and I think that like 90% of the community wouldn't mind if it was cosmetic. They have to be very careful about DLC with certain things in the game that give players advantages.
Right.
It should be cosmetic, customized paint jobs or things like that, you know?
Right, yeah. We have a new caller on the show. We got Rudy. Rudy, what's going on, buddy? Long time no talk.
Hey, Cobra, how's it going, man? Long time. I'm glad to see the community is still here.
Yeah, it's a little mess right now, but we're still here.
Yeah, man. So honestly, Cobra, what's going on? I haven't played No Man's Sky in quite a while. It's not like I hate it, but it's just that I just didn't. I don't have time to play a lot of games, but I'm still interested if there's any updates coming along.
Well, we should be getting an update here pretty soon. Waking Titan started up again, so therefore, I got to be careful what I say because I've been talking to somebody, but I don't know when it's going to start back up. But I got an idea.
Is it going to be like a complete overhaul, or is just like new additions to like?
At this point, it's a guess. It's a guess. So I think it's going to be a massive. I don't know if overhaul is the right word, but I think it's going to be massive. But the thing is, you know, it's, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, man, you haven't played for a while. And that's where a lot of people are. A lot of people haven't played for a while because once you do everything and, well, I shouldn't say that. Once you do things like, you know, you upgrade, you find that ship you like, you get it tech all upgraded, you farmed, you're rich, you got all these units, but you really don't know what to do with them now. Right. You've been to a bunch of planets and you've explored and you're just like, what do I do now?
Right.
Oh,
I think
nothing.
I think they just need to add a little bit more variations like ring planets or I don't know, like gas planets or something. I don't know, but just a little bit different variations. I think that would definitely make some gamers return. Or
yeah. I think what it's missing is something to always do, and I think there needs to be an addictive game loop. And I think what that could be is just things to do together, you know, like raids or like creating. You know, like competitive matches for each other, with each other, whether they be races around a solar, you know, races around a star system with your ship,
right,
or some kind of campaign maker or something. You know, I think that's where the key, huh?
Right. Or I don't know if like, you know, the Gex or the, you know, you know, the three different races, they're actually you know, there's some mobility that you see them walking, you know, they attack you and stuff like that. Also, I don't know what they're doing with the multiplayer aspect. I know the orbs were like a placeholder, so I don't know if they're working on that, like the player models or creating your character or the traveler or whatever it is.
I can only guess
But,
yes.
So yeah, that, and then you know, like I said, like, you know, just seeing other races on foot and, you know, they're attacking you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know how Destiny is or something. But basically, like, yeah, the raids, that would be awesome. You know, like you get with your friends and you guys go to a different solar system. I mean, yeah, things like that, it will be more engaging, you know, and certainly would help the game a lot better.
I agree. I really do. But yeah, I really think, you know, maybe not everything we said, but that I think there's going to be a lot of things in this update, and I think it's going to fundamentally change the game. We just got a donation from Dirty Boy Sing to God. Thank you so much, dude. You're a Cobra, man. Hashtag Dirty Boy Sing to God.
But I still love the game. You know, I think this is honestly one of my all-time favorite games. I mean, I always dreamed of a space simulation game, and this is the closest it ever got. And I still have faith in it. I still have faith in Hello Games. I don't hate them, and you know, I'm just gonna wait patiently and see what happens.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, the more patient we are, the bigger this update is. Guys, we've never waited this long for an update. Think about that for a second. Atlas Rises was stretched out to match the date of the anniversary of the game. I mean, Sean Murray even said as much, that this is the anniversary update. We're not close to the anniversary. May the Atlas help us that we're not stretching it out to the next anniversary. I hope not. But this is going to be a big update. They've been hard at work. There are new developers that were not hired in time to contribute to Atlas Rises that have had time to contribute to this update. And we're talking to a guy who specializes in procedural cities.
Wow.
So I don't know what that means for the game. I'm not saying that there's going to be procedurally generated cities in the game, but he's working. He's been working for, how long has it been now? 7 months? 8 months almost? Since Atlas Rises?
Well, I guess the procedural generation is probably going to be a lot better, or more variations.
I think so.
It could also be like they hired him for a different game they're working on. You know, something else in the pipeline.
That's true too. But I don't know.
I mean, I'm hoping it's No Man's Sky, but I mean, if you got a guy that talented, you know, I'm sure they're going to use him in different ways.
I mean, this is like their baby. You know, they. I mean, I'm thinking. You know, I'm thinking it like Minecraft. You know, you saw how Minecraft started out. It was barely anything, and now Minecraft has like the story mode and all that other stuff. I mean, I think, you know, it's a foundation they just have to build upon and just expand it.
Yeah.
Something else to think about that's interesting as well is when, if you look at the last GDC conference where Sean Murray and Ennis McKendrick talked in 2017, they talked a lot about what were good decisions to make then for what they were trying to do at the time. And with the tools that they had, well, now they have more time, they have more tools, they have more money, and they have more people. And Ennis McKendrick is going to be talking at this year's GDC about why did, you know, Hello Games change systems in No Man's Sky. And that's another really exciting thing to think about, is that the way that procedural generation works, the way that everything works in the game may entirely change. And we're going to get a much more robust and a much more visually good looking experience. And the way that the pop in and the procedural gen works might change entirely.
Man, I really wish, I hope, I don't know if you guys played Megaturn Rainfall, but that's also one of my other favorite games. The way the exploration, like when you're traveling through space and traveling through different solar systems, man, that blew my mind, and I wish No Man's Sky works similar that way.
You know how they have the cat there at the studio? Remember seeing the pictures where it was always like walking on the keyboard and it just wandered into the place and they kept it? You remember that cat?
Yeah.
wouldn't it be cool if they started a new game where the story behind this new game is that cat was in the studio at night when everybody was at home sleeping, and it's walking all over the keyboards, and it accidentally messes something up, and it causes the character of Joe Danger to get transported into No Man's Sky and accidentally renders a game. And then that game is put out for sale. Joe Danger Lost in Space. No Man's Sky edition.
I would buy it.
I would buy that in a heartbeat. Hello Games, make that game for me. Make it. I will pay, just, do it on the weekend. And I'm sure somebody could code something really generic. Do it on the weekend. Send it over to me. I'll give you like $500 for it. Just do it.
What if they gave us a Joe Danger player model?
Oh, man.
Just walking around with Joe Danger.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That could be a DLC, like a Joe Danger skin for your player model. That'd be sick, dude. I'd buy that.
Imagine just riding the bikes and the planets.
Right.
Dude, what about this? I don't know if anybody's thought about this. Again, this is panda speculation here. But you know how it asks you the ARG leftovers from Labs 319?
Yeah.
So Hello Labs is a division of Hello Games. If you try to look up Hello Labs, it's not a separate company or entity or anything. It's within Hello Games like themselves. And it just might be like a publishing department or something. But what if the 319 portion is a date, which would be Tuesday? So like something is going to happen on Tuesday, and then the leftovers from that, they'll send to whoever, signed up for it. I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That reminds me of something, Lab 319. I want to kind of, I'm afraid to kind of say this just because if something goes wrong, it's not going to happen, and it's out of my control whether it goes right or whether it goes wrong. So, but I do want to kind of give people a heads up. I am going to be doing a giveaway on the show. I'm going to be doing 9 giveaways on this show.
Oh, snap.
So if you guys want something that is No Man's Sky related, stay tuned. I'll know more in about the next few days, maybe. So, like I said, if something goes wrong, it's not my fault. Han Solo quote, right? It's not my fault. And I want to kind of message it so that way people kind of know ahead of time. But there's going to be, entropy is not part. Entropy is cool. Check it out. Check it out.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's going to be 9 giveaways on this channel, and I'm going to have to figure out a really cool way to do the 9 giveaways. And here's the thing. I might do these on Revenge of the Survivor trivia.
Awesome.
That's right. Yeah. Maybe.
Awesome.
We'll see. So keep that in mind. It's official product. So it's not something that anybody's creating at home or anything like that. So stay tuned. I'll let you know as things go by. I'll let you know, hey, it fell through. I'll let you know. I mean, it's been promised. Okay. So, but you know how things go. Stuff just sometimes doesn't go right. So I'll let you know.
Awesome, man. Has there been any? What was the last update? Was it like a couple of? Was it the? I can't remember when the last update was.
The last major update was August last year. The last patch was in October.
Oh,
right.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, man. That's why this was going to be big. It's going to be huge because before they stretched it out to the anniversary. That's the reason why the last one took so long, but it wasn't really that long. This one has been forever and a day, man. It's like it seems like the update is out there lost in the Euclid galaxy somewhere. But there's nothing that they're stretching it out to.
Yeah,
so
it's almost 6 months. Wow. It's crazy.
Make sure you guys have enough memory on your hard drives for this update.
I know. Crap, man. I've been playing Kingdom Come, and it's taking a lot of space.
What if it's like double the size of the actual game? This update, it's like double the size.
Yeah.
Be crazy. But with the ARG going down and the fact that it's kind of stalled at the moment, just Hello Games like tweeting random photos and then people speculating on what those photos mean, even if they don't relate to the ARG at all, I think that would just make everybody go crazy. That's what I'm saying. Just Hello Games, say hello. Don't have to say anything. Just start retweeting things and posting funny photos or whatever, just to get people talking again.
What was the recent Twitter activity on Hello Games? Have they been? Did they say anything? What was the last time they posted something?
The last thing that they posted was "Take your time."
Take your time. So, I mean, I think they're definitely working on it. Then I mean, that's
there's no doubt. I mean, that's their job. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing.
And I remember one of the articles they said that they want to be careful what they say. So I guess silence is like their thing right now. I don't know. I guess every time they're silent, that means they're, working on it. So.
Well, they can't make any commitments because they can't say anything with any level of certainty because of the release. They're worried that people, that there might be another false advertising claim or that people are going to have a bad reaction to what they say. So they have to be very careful about what they say. I mean, the silence is understandable.
Right.
Yeah,
even if we don't like it, it's understandable. I get it.
Yeah, it is understandable. But, the whole message is that it could be damaging over time. And that's the only concern that I had. I don't want the company damaged.
Right.
That's it. I don't want an update. I don't think that they need to talk to me personally. They don't owe me anything at all. I would just like to see the company do well. So, yeah, I mean, just the say hello things just run rampant. And I hope it doesn't get worse. I hope it gets better.
Like I'm thinking like earlier I was saying, like Minecraft, it's a foundation. I don't think there's going to be a No Man's Sky 2, No Man's Sky 3. I think that they're just going to keep building up upon this. Like they're just going to keep making it better. That's what I'm thinking,
Same.
I don't think there's ever going to be No Man's Sky 2 is never going to happen. They're just going to keep building on this game.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. They're just going to keep making this better and better and bigger. So man,
and
I don't agree with EZG's reasoning that if they talk now, they'll just get bombarded with hate, that they may as well wait. But I do agree that with EZG that I think that they are going to wait to talk until after the update because I think that's going to be that good, and I think they're going to. I think they're going to need
definitely
to talk.
possible.
And that's the thing, though. That's the thing about the Say Hello campaign. We're not saying they have to talk right now. Like, just we want them to take it into consideration that their fan base does want some communication. So when they're ready to talk, just our way of letting them know that we want communication. So maybe they'll take that into consideration when the next update drops or when the ARG is finished. Because they might just have it planned out where they're just going to stay silent forever. But if they see this hashtag and they see that we want communication, maybe they'll rethink some things down the road and plan stuff out. You know what I mean? It's not a call to action right now. It's just an invitation.
Well, and it's positivity. It's just a community saying we give you permission. It's okay to talk. Like Hello Games, to a degree, needs to also understand that like the community has dealt with a lot as well, just as a consequence of being fans of the game and outspoken fans of the game that have public YouTube channels and Twitter accounts. Like it's not like they got bashed alone. We got bashed with them, and we're still out there, and they can too. And that's all that it's about. It's just a positive reaffirmation that like, hey, like you can talk, like we're here to listen.
Guys, don't get me in trouble. Go ahead and take the show for a few minutes while I go get me a refill on my coffee.
Oh boy. So I'm curious what everyone in the chat thinks about the Say Hello campaign. Whether it's a good idea, bad idea, but like I said, it's nothing negative. It's just a way for the community to have like a common goal and to talk with each other, talk to Hello Games, and it's like just us giving Hello Games permission to say, it's okay to say hello. It's okay to interact.
I think it's a good idea because it actually, if Hello Games, I guess they're realizing that wow, they're still a fan base there, so I'm sure it will motivate them to actually keep building the game. So it's not like, all hopes are lost, and the fans, the true fans from the beginning, they're still here. So
exactly. Like if I were one of the developers and I saw this Twitter campaign going, I would just take that as more motivation to make this update that much better. You know what I mean? It's like, we're going to make those guys eat their shirt because they started this. They're just going to put that in the, or they might even drop some hints. Maybe put a hashtag say hello somewhere on a rock or something, or on the bottom of a ship, just like a little Easter egg.
If this is a paid DLC, I'll be more than happy to buy it. Honestly, I know a lot of people.
I don't think it's going to be paid, but yeah,
I don't think so either. But if it's that big, like he's saying, if it's a huge, I mean, think about think about with Elite Dangerous when they came out with that expansion pack that was $29.99.
Oh, you talking about the Horizons?
Right, Horizons. But it included planetary landings, all these different things. I mean, if we're talking about something like that, absolutely. I spent $60 on the game a year and a half ago. If they come out with a big update and they're like, hey, throw $20 at us and you're going to get player models and multiplayer and customizable ships, and I'm like, yeah, yes. Take $20. Yep.
It's take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I'll tip you another 20. Just give it to me.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy though, man. It's gonna be definitely a cool update, and the campaign. I'm hoping that, everyone says, it's kind of, they have the idea that this might be a relaunch, the Phoenix rising from the ashes, a new beginning for the game and the community. I'm hoping, with that being said, that it starts Hello Games to start talking, be more active on Twitter. And that campaign of say hello is just us letting know that we're cool with that. We want a new beginning in another way as well with the community. You've been quiet up to this point, you had your reasons, but with the relaunch or the new update, with the changes that are probably going to happen, it's okay to change your way of thinking about how you interact with the community as well. And that's what the campaign's about, is to get us talking to each other, to get us talking to them, having an invitation for them to talk to us. So that's what it's nothing negative. No matter how many trolls are going to try to.
It's more like the message, because we're out here in the battlefield, so to speak, and we're looking around going, "Hey, Hello Games, it's okay to come out because it's clear. It's all right.
It's safe.
It's safe. It's the code word for it's safe, guys. Come out.
Yeah,
cool.
Guys, think about this for a minute. Hello Games had the most controversial release of any game title probably in 20 years. You know what I mean? They essentially, they were the Titanic, and it sank in the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. Okay. But it didn't stay there. Sean Murray unsank the Titanic. I mean, did it not shock anybody that they said that a quarter of a million players participated in the Waking Titan ARG? That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, if you go on Twitter, you think the game is dead. You know what I mean? But it's a ton of people are still playing. And all the different publications, Kotaku, PC Gamer Magazine, even The No had to throw some credit at Hello Games for the updates on No Man's Sky. I mean, I feel like to a degree they kind of know, Sean Murray knows what he's doing, and he's speaking with his actions. Right. So, it all seems really well thought out, even though parts of it might be frustrating for us.
Guys, we're going to be going for at least another 10 to 15 more minutes. I want to take this opportunity to look again if there's anybody new that just joined. And I just want to kind of, before the show ends, kind of reiterate that say hello movement, some people are taking it too far and it's starting to get a negative tone. Some people are asking people to email the Zendesk and demand that Hello Games speak, or ask that Hello Games speak. The Zendesk is not meant for that. I don't condone emailing them, flooding a thing that's used to report, problems and things like that for such a reason. So I implore you to say hello to Hello Games, you to say hello to your fellow No Man's Sky exploring neighbor, and not use the say hello movement in a negative fashion. They are working hard on the update. They are. You may not like the fact that it's taken too long. I don't like the fact that it's taken too long. You may not like the fact that they're not speaking to us or being, community driven outside of Waking Titan. I don't like that either, but it's their company at the end of the day, and I think we need to show support. I mean, that's the biggest thing we could do is show support for them. They are working hard. A lot of you don't like the silence. I know that, but they are working hard for another update that is more than likely 99% going to be free. I'm 99% sure that it's going to be free, just like all the other ones have. There hasn't been any warning that they're not going to be free anymore. But you know, I mean, they're working hard so that we can enjoy, and it's taking longer for a reason. And I think it's going to be a big update. I uploaded a video saying I think this is going to be big, and it is going to be big. I'm staking my name on it. It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to play it, and we're going to love it. And so let's bring Say Hello back to a positive light, and let's get away from the negativity. I mean, we're better than that.
I think it, for the most part, is positive, though. I mean, we're talking about the few trolls and the Reddits and whatnot, but I would think the majority of people understand what it's about. And it's us basically saying that, hello games, say hello, but when you're ready. You know, we're ready for it. When you guys are ready to come out and say something, we're ready for it. You have our permission. They don't need our permission. And I'm sure they have a feeling that we want them to talk to us. But yeah, it's not a negative thing. It's about people coming together, saying hello to each other, saying hello to Hello Games, spreading the word, and it's just like an invitation for people to be friendly with each other. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Okay, so I guess before we shut it down today, I mean, is there anything else that anybody would like to touch on that we didn't talk about? No.
Comment what cereal you had for breakfast, everybody. I don't know. I think we covered a lot of stuff. But yeah, I would say I would encourage everybody to make their own video and just show their support for Hello Games. And, you know, when they're ready to talk, we're listening. So
put a positive spin on it.
Yeah, overwhelm the hate with love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Ignore the haters, because we're always going to have them no matter what game.
J-Spot, okay, said, what if they tweeted hashtag hello? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Cobra, is there any way you could get Sean Murray into the show?
That would be nice. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Eric Guy said he had Cheerios. Peaceful Gamer says Syrian. Syrian?
Is Syrian in the chat somewhere?
I don't know. If anybody's seen Syrian Gaming, anybody know him personally? Because that guy has dropped off the map. He's disappeared. He cannot be found. He hasn't been active on any social media. He had a growing YouTube channel that I think is gone now. And Syrian Gaming, I don't know what happened. I've been asked by a couple of his fans, and I don't know. I don't know what happened to Syrian.
We just need to know he's good. You know what I mean?
From what I heard, some people like message his family or whatever, and they said he's fine. So that's all that matters to me. Maybe he went and now he's working for Hello Games, and that's why he's not talking anymore. Who knows? But as long as he's doing good, that's all that matters. So even if he's not talking about No Man's Sky.
Alonzo says, Cobra, how would this channel be affected if you did become part of Hello Games PR guy? I don't know. I think I would try and blur the lines of still what I do and blur it a little bit with the PR, kind of like what I did here, you know, trying to ask everybody to be positive or things like that. But then I would hopefully be sent over content and scripts to read and things like that. I don't know. Of course, at the end of the day, they probably would never consider me, although I would love the job. But at the end of the day, if I was blessed by the Atlas for something like that, I would do whatever they asked. I don't know.
I honestly think you would work for free, Cobra. Like, you're just that type of guy. You would do the job for free. If they contacted you and like, do you want to be the PR manager? You'd be like, yeah, sign me up, free of charge. Yep. I believe it.
Thing.
What if Hello Games tweeted hashtag we are listening? You know, just something like that.
Oh, that would be sweet.
And then that's all they tweet, and that would be fine with me.
I'm
about to twerk.
They were making fun of Sean Murray's name on Reddit, so then Sean Murray tweeted Prawn Curry. Just to let them know, hey, I'm watching, I see what you're doing to my name. Here's one that you didn't think about, Prawn Curry. Another thing is in that letter I read earlier, is he says that they've been listening intently. So they listen. There's problem, you know, they've said that they listened to these streams before, right? So what we say in these streams actually matters, you know, and I mean, they're going to hear it. So
not to sound weird, but part of me just kind of misses Sean Murray's voice.
No, that's not weird. It's not weird at all. You know what a good interview is? Go back and watch the really long one with IGN.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, where he talks. It's mostly about Sean Murray's life. He talks a lot about the development process at the beginning. He talks about where he grew up. He talks about VR in there, and where he says he likes it. They've had it running in a rudimentary way, but he doesn't know because it seems he doesn't want it to be a gimmicky thing. And right now he's leaning more towards it being gimmicky. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good interview. IGN interview Sean Murray. What did they call that interview? Does anybody know?
I forget.
It was part of the week-long process of No Man's Sky content. What was that called?
I have no idea, but good God, guys, it's been like 2 years and we still have a community. That's insane.
Not only do we have a community, we have like the friendliest community in video games.
Yes, true. Indeed. True.
Like
Right.
when I'm streaming No Man's Sky, I never get anybody that says negative things, or you never see like a negative streamer that just plays the game to hate on it.
Dude, I mean, if you go into the Amino community, there is so much love, it might make you angry. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
I know.
are not supposed to be
Those
this
people are
happy.
amazing.
Calm down.
Amazing. And it's also a good place to be over at CSD. I mean, I know Panda, and I did reach out, Panda. Did anybody get back with you?
No one got back with me, but I just created a different profile under the Hidden Panda Show instead of my own personal CSD. So
Don't say that on the show.
What?
Don't say that on the show. Keep that on the down low if you've got another account.
well, I haven't posted from it or anything. I mean, if I get banned again, I don't know. I don't think I did anything particularly bad, but
Okay, well that's good. That's good, man. And no, I from what it sounds like, I don't think you did either. But it's kind of crazy being banned for like 1,000 years.
I think they just meant to ban me for a year. Or maybe they did. Maybe they thought I'd live a long time. I don't know.
Hey, Cobra, I would like, if they do add the multiplayer aspect, I think it would be awesome if this community got together somehow in the game.
They get together in the game now.
Yeah, we do it all the time.
Yeah, they just took a picture last night, right, with that hello, say hello sign.
Yeah, the say hello billboard. Yeah, I went there several times, and I was able to see the billboard, but as soon as my eyes laid upon it, my game would crash. And I'm like, what the heck, man?
How many players can be on the screen at the same time? Like how many
16.
players?
16.
Oh, wow.
You and 15 others.
The reason why the lag was so bad was because it was a base build with 16 people there. I mean, if you go to somebody's base by yourself, it lags.
I'm super concerned about April 1st when we do the Great Nomad Race. If we're going to have problems then too. Yeah, that's a little. I didn't think about how many network problems there were going to be because yes, multiplayer wisps have been added, but I'm pretty sure that's not a very strong network for multiplayer that they've implemented. And I think, that whole thing is just pretty much a load test. And they're getting data from that. And they're learning what they need to do for networking, for multiplayer. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why, because if they would have came out with full-fledged co-op multiplayer for Atlas Rises, we're talking about a small team. You know, we're talking about a team who has probably never done multiplayer on a big scale. So why not? Okay, well, let's set up a server. We'll set up these wisps. We'll do 16 players. We'll do simple placeholder art, so that way it's not a big load, and it doesn't have to load like different textures for different customized characters and avatars and things like that. We're not going to put them in the same time zone, so therefore this will just be we'll get the data from this and see what we need. That way we won't release a broken multiplayer.
Yeah, it's the whole thing has been a requirements test. I feel like you're saying, like I've always maintained that they're going to pull the data from this, and that's going to give them the requirements that they need. I think that they're going to outsource the server hosting, though. I don't think any of that's going to be done in house.
Yeah,
like
maybe, yeah. Like they could use something like Lumberyard or something like that. Silent64 sometime Cobra should do a show from his base, and the people joining the show are people talking on the voice chat there, if possible. That's a great idea, Silent64. That way you could get on the show through the game or through Skype. That is a great idea.
I need to meet you guys. I don't know where you guys are at.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use the portal and get there. That's a good idea. Good idea.
I'm still working on getting my glyphs for the portal. So
just use the creative. They're already. Just use creative.
I'm thinking about it. One of these days.
So the creative, everything is unlocked, so you don't have to hunt for the gifts.
Right. Yep, you already got them. All you got to do, here's how you do it. When you land in creative, you can start a new save and be at a portal within 2 minutes. So the planet you start on, you lay down a beacon. Not a beacon, sorry. Signal booster. And you search for a monolith. And it'll show you where a monolith is on that planet. Get in your ship, fly to the monolith, go to the monolith, interact with it, and you're going to have different options. You can either answer the puzzle it's trying to tell you, or search for a portal. So you'll search for a portal. It'll show you one. You fly to it in like 30 seconds, and then you walk up to the portal, activate it, and within 3 minutes, you can type in any address that you see on the internet and go. Boom.
Now those players that I'm meeting in the creative mode, are they all have to be in creative mode as well?
No,
yes.
No. You could talk to someone. I believe you could talk to somebody that's in normal mode while you're in creative mode. But the thing is, if you go to their base, I don't think you can see their base if they're normal and you're in creative.
Okay.
That would make sense.
What you're saying.
But anybody playing on PlayStation 4 normal mode that wants to, or that needs to find a way to get all the glyphs, you know, I don't know how many different accounts you have, but if you don't mind creating another one, go to the TOG, Top of the Galaxy Amino, and they have a method for you just need the first 2 glyphs. You go to a planet and you get the other 14 in 90 minutes. Oh yeah, and that's how I got mine, and it works really well.
Yeah.
Now, what about the ship? Once you pass through the portal, do you have to acquire another ship, or
doesn't come with you?
Yeah, it doesn't come with you. You got to go back. I don't know if they passed it, but you used to be able to just claim a base on the other side, and as long as it wasn't another player's planet, and claim a base, and then use the terminus to teleport back to the last space station, and then use the terminus to teleport back to your base, and you'll be in the new base.
And like certain hub communities, like if you're wanting to like meet up with other players, like the Amino Hub, they actually have an immigration planet. So like that planet is specifically for people to portal to the Amino Hub, claim a base, get their ship back, and then now they're in that portion of space permanently. So, you know, there's a lot of different community things where they have a system set up to where you're not accidentally overriding another player's space from being discovered or whatever the case is. There's an etiquette that I suggest people follow when they do base claiming through the portal.
Oh yeah. You got to be careful, man. You don't want to, we're better than that. You don't want to claim somebody's base. Like Martin Boyd had the awesome Cobra TV base that was a maze. And he logged in one day and found it just a mess. I don't know how that happened. He thinks somebody claimed the base and it just messed it up. But why pieces stayed there? Because he said there was a couple pieces that were left. Why some of those pieces stayed there and not all of it disappeared is a little bit of a mystery to me. But yeah, you got to be careful and not claim a base of somebody that's in that star system. So you could go portal hopping all you want, Rudy. You can just go to a portal and just type in a random, completely random address and see what you get on the other side. So it's pretty cool. You don't know where you get. It's like portal roulette. You don't know where you're going to go. But yeah, Rudy, if you're looking for something to do in No Man's Sky, if you're bored with it, one of the things that ignited my passion for the game into mysteries and exploration is there's a website called theportalrepository.com, and people can post interesting places and bases that you could travel to, ways that you could pick from their farms and stuff like that, or just amazing plants, amazing animals, places to find ships. Like there's a address where you could go and get the No Man's Sky Vector ship, you know, the one that we see in the trailers and the one that came with the DLC when you pre-ordered the game. There's a address where you can go and find that ship and get it.
That's awesome.
So that's a cool thing that you could do, whether you do it in normal mode or whether you do it in creative mode. You could just have fun going to these amazing places where people post the glyphs on the portalrepository.com and just portal explore. It's a great time. It's really fun.
That's awesome. Anyways, I have to get out of here. Cobra, it was great talking to you and all the community. Love you guys. Hopefully, you know, we'll get the update soon, and
yeah,
it's probably going to be the best one.
All right, man. Love you too, bro. It was good talking to you, man. It's been too long. Way too long.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, buddy. Yeah,
Take care, dude.
We're gonna go ahead and get off here, guys. Morning show's only supposed to be about an hour long, but I guess this is a special occasion to kind of ask people to be a little bit more positive, and I really hope that happens. I implore people to be a little bit more positive when it comes to asking Hello Games to say hello. You know, think about it in terms of, you know, just say hello to them, say hello to your
Say hello like that. Just, you know, walk out your front door and just start barking. It's cool.
Yeah. Hashtag bark Hello Games. Okay,
yeah,
guys.
it's definitely an invitation to say hello to your fellow explorer, say hello to Hello Games, share your experience. I just recently got the terrain manipulator and the GeoBay, so it's added so much to the game. I've just been cruising, going through caves now, because before, up to this point, I was afraid to go in caves because I would always get lost, and I can just dig my way out. So
yeah.
I'm fine on update-wise. Like, I could wait another 2 years. There's so much to explore right now. But, yeah, just say hello to your fellow explorers and get out there and share your story.
Yes, definitely. All right, everybody. Panda, thank you for coming to the show. Adam, and Rudy for calling into the show, and everybody coming out to YouTube, everybody watching us over on Twitch, anybody that's listening to this on Stitcher. I do want to state, I announced that exploringms.com was going to be shutting down because I couldn't afford to pay for the new domain. I couldn't afford to pay for the privacy. I couldn't afford to pay for the permissions to attach the personal domain onto the ProBoard server. But somebody did donate enough money for me to do that, and I do appreciate that the individual. I don't know if they want to be named publicly who did that. I do appreciate that. So exploringms.com will be around for another year. And I know it's not as beautiful as Amino, but it is a good functioning forum. And if anybody knows how to do some coding or to make the place look a little bit better, more appealing, more user-friendly than just a plain old forum, let me know. And I could use some help over there doing something like that. But stop by exploringms.com and say hello to some of your exploring neighbors there. There's a lot of explorers that are part of that site, but not a whole lot of people go to it. But it will be up for at the very least another full year. And after that, I will reassess it, look at it, and see if it's worth. If people are still using it, then I'm going to keep it up. But it's at least going to survive for another year. So I say, let's go on over there. Let's kick that place up. Let's get it kickstarted. Let's catch it on fire with excitement and see what we can do with that place, man. There's so much fan fiction on there, so many stories that I couldn't believe how talented some of those individuals are in some of those fan fictions and role plays and things like that. So there's been at least a handful of people over there that have been keeping that place, lively. Chuck C's, I want to give a big shout out to Chuck Cheese and Desperatu. I don't know how to Desperatu. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, but I want to thank those guys and some others for being over there and being active on exploreandamess.com. It means the world to me, guys, and we'll keep it up for another year. So with all that said, guys, exploreandamess.com, come hang out with me and other people. Maybe we'll do the 9 giveaways through there. I don't know. Kind of light the place up on fire because you're going to love these giveaways. Again, if it doesn't happen, I'm sorry. I'm depending on some other entity for these things. So we'll see how that goes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to the show. Adam and Panda, you guys rock. Thank you so much, man. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Sounds good.
Take care, everybody.
It was a pleasure.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.